Okay, how about now? I think I am unmuted.
Yeah, it should.
Oh my god! Hi, Santa! Hi, Ward! Oh my god! Hopefully, just turn my sound on, and hopefully the lights look okay. I actually have a special guest.
Now
Eh,
we're good.
what?
We're good now.
And she's purring.
The YouTube delay seems like it's
I don't know
bad.
how to fix that. I don't know how to fix the delay.
That
Hello, Ted. How is everyone doing tonight? Um, I'm actually on time, which is crazy. I'm sure. Uh, um, that it is probably and Corey too. Oh, I'm so happy to see everyone. Um, and Clue really wants my attention, so you'll probably see a lot of Clue today. Um, and it is just what it is. She wants to be a part of the party today. Sometimes she's in the mood, sometimes she is not. Um, quick disclaimer. Sorry, I will do the cook stream. I gave myself a big owie over the weekend, and I hurt my lower back really bad, and also pinched a nerve in my hip, and in my butt. Okay, my ass cheek and my hip bone. Um, um, they're just not playing with each other today. Just not playing with each other. It hurt, and I'm sorry. Um, but I have a support system, which is this. It kind of blends seamlessly into this blanket, but there's like a back support. So, up big yowie, yeah.
I don't remember where it is.
What do you need me to do?
Actually, no, it's not that bad.
Okay.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Sorry, you can go back.
Okay, cool. You like my kitty? Yes, sorry. I couldn't see the chat now. Everything is visible. So, Pompeii, baby. But I'm like probably yelling. There's nothing playing in these, and these aren't connected to anything, so I don't need them in. Um, a blood vessel can pinch you, but when I listen, you can pinch me whenever you want. You can pinch me whenever you want. Um, I'm up to pinching, but I can't actually lean back. But if I ever look like I'm adjusting abruptly, it's just I've had this problem ever since I was like, I think I injured my back really bad when I was like 13, and ever since then it's been not my favorite thing in the world. But so I'm gonna try to get through the full 2 hours. If it gets, it was just yesterday I had some family stuff and we had to go out to dinner. Uh, but actually I want to see if I can tilt this slightly so YouTube people can see Clue a little better. But she's like right in my zone where she just nope, she doesn't want to be seen. But she's right here. She's just out of frame. But if you're on Instagram, you can see her just fine because she's a hater. She's a hater. So, y'all know how it is. Ears too tall, ass too fat, and now I got mental problems. But unfortunately, I was gonna do the whole cooking thing, and we will do that. I'll probably be fine by Thursday. It doesn't actually. And hi, how are you doing? I I'll probably be okay in like a couple days. It just sucks for a while. So sleeping sucks. Doing work at home sucks. It all kind of sucks. Oh, you know what? And Spoofles, you're absolutely right. That is, I have been called the British term for a cigarette before. I'll tell you that quite a few times. What con were you at? By the way, no, not to Spoofles. I'm so sorry. I need to lock in. What con? TechoCon. I've never been there. Now I have mental problems. They just no. I've always had mental problems. I've been pretty okay. Honestly, I'm gonna be real, y'all. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. My little Clue. I'm sorry, Clue. You're a prop right now. But she's gonna leave. She said, "Fuck this hoe." But I got this cool Chainsaw Man pillow. I finally found it. I think I lost it in the move and I refound it. Um, so I haven't streamed in a couple weeks now. I'm gonna give you two reasons. One, I'm a bitch ass. Everything in the like 2 weeks ago, everything in the mama happened, so I couldn't stream with just issues in general. And then two, then I got real depressed, besties. I'm not gonna like talk about it too much because I don't want to bring down the mood. We're supposed to be having a light time, and then when I'm start to, oh my god, girl, you ever get those solicitor texts? They want to ask me about political opinions now. I don't even have my vape. It's okay. Um, and hi Koshi. But just so everyone knows who's never been here before, because there's a lot of new faces, I simulcast on, so I'm not talking to myself or the voices. I simulcast on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Because everyone likes different platforms, and I want to accommodate, and because I like hanging out with y'all. Oh, and I got really depressed, and then on Saturday, I was moving furniture, and I was going down the stairs with a desk, and rammed the railing, and I twisted and pinched a nerve in my lower back, and the sciatic nerve that goes through your like butt cheek and your hip and stuff like that. So honestly, the muscle pain. Oh my god, is that my vape? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Thank you. Actually, can you pass me that bag of edibles too while you're there? Thanks. Thank you. I can't smoke. Oh my god, my edibles. Oh, sorry. So, I've been, so part of me getting belligerent. We all love, and my cigarette. This is actually a prop cigarette. My geek bar, it's geeked, because it's a marijuana one, but I'll let you guys know the flavor. But damn. Can you even read that? It's fucking, it's on the wrong side, and it's mirrored. Okay, well, it's the Gemini Shower Power Geeked Bar Sativa. And for the record, the cicadas just started yelling. But I hurt my hip on Saturday moving furniture like a dummy down the stairs. I tried to go around the corner and all that twist went right into my hip and it hurt. And so I have to sit on this. I was gonna cook for you guys. I will cook for you guys Thursday. Okay, last bit of housekeeping before we actually get in, because geeked and locked the fuck in. Correct, Alex. This is a prop cigarette. If you ever get one of these, do not pull. Do not actually smoke it in, because it's talcum powder. You have to puff it out to get the puff. Or when they needed a large amount of it, I was hitting crazy vapes. And I was way too high at Doki. I went to Doki. We'll get to there. Housekeeping. Next week I'm going to be house sitting. So for those of y'all who, okay, there's two things. It's the house in which that has that big ass nice bathtub. I will do a bathtub stream. I haven't got to the most important part. So for all y'all who like me streaming and stuff, ooh, that didn't feel good. Left leg only. Can't really use my right like that. Okay. But I am now, I know we talked about it. It's also going to be at 9/11 because Make-A-Wish. But I am going to, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all too. Y'all need to lock the fuck in and clock in too. This isn't just me. We're going to be streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays to popular demand. And the cicadas, they're going nuts right now. But for popular demand, we're adding Thursdays. Because as y'all know, I had a rotating commitment once a week. It was a D&D campaign, and that has officially ended. So, now I can move my schedule around so we can actually stream more than just once a week again. So we're gonna do Tuesdays and Thursdays. I wanted to add like Monday, but that felt weird to do Monday, Tuesday. So we're gonna be doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it'll be really fun. So, and I'm taking everyone's feedback. I don't know what kind of gaming stuff I can ever do. I know a lot of you guys want that to a certain degree. I have a laptop, so we'll work on it. We're gonna workshop some stuff. But cooking, I'm gonna cook for y'all because I know y'all want that a lot. It was like that one time, oh, I don't have a recording of it, but I baked a cake, and that went over really well. So there's a clog in it. But that's the last bit of housekeeping I have, I think. No, now I have to talk about. I'm house sitting next week. I'm sorry. This is the last bit. House sitting next week. So it is a house with a really big bathtub. I will do one bathtub stream. If we're not feeling doing a second one, we don't have to do a second one. Unfortunately, I don't know what else to do there because I'm kind of limited on streaming spaces. So weirdly enough, they have a big bathtub, but not a lot of good places for me to set up. So we will work it out. If I have to come back here, maybe we'll see. We'll see. Or if you guys just want 2 bathtub streams, we'll do 2 bathtub streams. And that's just what it is. I've since Clue left, I'm gonna have she's literally sitting outside the door. And she won't open the door more so she can get back in. Y'all, now I gotta crawl. Give me 1 second. But I'll talk. We'll talk and move. You can see my little tail. I committed to the bit for y'all. Clue, come on now. You come in. Yeah. It was like... There we go. Ow. Freaky bathtub stream? Yes. Actually, it's a piece of cake to break a fruity cake. Actually, they're not super freaky. I usually get drunk in them though, but they're not super freaky. We do have rubber ducks though, so who knows? But it probably will be freaky. We are now that the housekeeping is over. So, in summary, the TLDR, twice a week I'll be streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9/11, all 3 platforms unless stated otherwise, and Thursdays as well, as long as there's not a con. If there's a con, we'll play by ear. And the only other... Oh, I can lean back. Oh my god, thank the Lord. And the only other bit of housekeeping I have, is bathtub streams next week. Because I have access to that really nice big bathtub, which bath bombs, the lights, you know we keep it pimping when it comes to bathtubs. That's all done. That's all good. All good. Now we can actually talk about fun stuff. And the fun stuff... It's not even freaky. No, it will be freaky. I don't know how to not to be. Speaking of freaky, this person sent this to me, a DM request, because they ended up unfollowing me and sending this. And listen, y'all know I'm horrible at checking my DMs, but I was looking specifically for this one because sometimes there's these DM requests that fucking crack my ass up because they're just really, really funny. They're usually from bots, but every once in a while there'll be some fun ones. Clue, you can come up here. Come on, baby. She's just sitting there staring at me. Come on. You don't want to be on camera? Okay, Diva. That's up to you. You can sit there and stare at me. It's like I have a real audience, and I mean, y'all are here. Too, so not like real, but like in the same room. I got this message though that they used to be real cool with the content I produce on Instagram. And a lot of y'all have known me for a long ass time now, like dead ass. So y'all can judge. You're in the same room, Hoshi? Okay. You're in the walls, or are you hiding somewhere and I have to find you? Let me into it. Bro was like, I really appreciated finding you early, but like, I don't really fuck with pretty much saying I don't fuck with your goonery content and your goonery ways. Now, I know we've had a few conversations about how I love ecchi so much and how we've talked about this. Gang, I wanted to say like, bro, are we really talking about the same? But it was not an impolite message. It was just very odd. I was just like, one, it's not an airport. Hi, baby. Hi. Now you guys can see her in her glory. She's gonna attack the fuck out of the backdrop. I can feel it. But yeah, bro was like, I don't know if I can support this because, you know, I followed you for more wholesome reasons and it feels like you go into Gooner stuff. Bro, buddy, I've been doing Gooner stuff since the beginning. One of my first cosplays ever was Mia from Monster Musume. Even my early Chainsaw Man content was always like that, so I don't really know what bro was seeing that I didn't see. But maybe I thought it was something different. Hope you're doing better. Thank you. I'm doing a little bit better. Mentally, I'm getting there, but I did physically hurt myself, so it set me back a little bit, but we should be good. Clue, on the other hand, she's about to commit some mischief. What are you doing? We're not going to attack the backdrop. You can sit. Yes, sit on the pillow. Sit on the pillow. And we got Clue. We appreciate the human, but thank you. Thank you. And also, just because, my baby. There we go, Clueberry. You going to chill out? And I also just don't, like, you just don't have to tell me if you don't fuck with me no more. You could just say, well, I followed you for some reason, and fuck it, I don't like you no more. That made me fine. Be like, yeah, actually, you're kind of a weirdo gooner loser. I'm like, I could have told you that when I first met you, my dude. Well, I never met this person, let's be clear. So, I want that to be 100, but it is what it is. It was really funny, though. And I thought you guys would appreciate it. But, I mean, there's a clog, though. I can't hit a fat cloud if it's clogged. We're almost there, homies. But I wanted to share that with you because I'm just like, who's shocked? Not me. And also, I think like we've had like several themes when we're not being distracted by Danganronpa that are specifically a little gooner tangent, which was fine. That's what. Listen, I don't pretend I'm not what I am. You want to hit off the vape? You can't have it. You can sniff it. You can't have it. Now that you're here, I'm not even gonna hit it. But it's clogged, so I couldn't get it anyway. If it's not even on, that would be the gag. But I'm not gonna do it with a little Clue right here anyway. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. But yeah. So you know what it is, guys. You know what it is. So I didn't even ask how y'all are doing. I hope you guys are doing good. I know it's a Tuesday, so it's a Chainsaw Man Tuesday, as it were. And I'm still, hey, I know I was Yanni Neko twice at Doki, and I am again. Trust and believe. I needed a cosplay I could actually get into because I can't really bend over very well. Hey, pause. I didn't really bend over very well to get my pants on. And these are loose, so they're easy to just like kick my feet into. But I should be fine by Thursday. So you're not going to get repeats all the time. But I did go to Doki. Honest review. I love hanging out with my friends. My friends are cool. Now with that segue, I have to talk about some audaciousness, all things that are con for just a moment here. I think I speak for everyone when I say they got a lot of nerve charging what they do for cons nowadays. I'm telling you. Did I buy a Doki badge? No, but I had some people that didn't really do much, so we were able to negotiate a trade of some sorts. Listen, I'm not saying the con sucked. I'm saying that for its size and promises, it should be more than, I don't want to say more, but like, it should just be cheaper. I think that's the thing. I love supporting local, best of my abilities. But, homie, I can only drop so much. But also, we need to bring back allowing day badges to be affordable. Like, a day badge should not be like $5 to $10 less than buying all 3 days. Am I crazy for saying that, chat? Am I crazy? That reminds me, I need to register for eShow. Hyped. Because I really do like eShow. I think every year they've been really cranking it up, and I'm really excited for their future. I think they've invested in a lot into making sure everyone feels comfortable, to my understanding. Obviously, I'm not in their inner workings. I don't know them like that. I don't try to parasocially get my hopes up, but so far, I'm happy with them. It's a different way to use furniture. Cons, dog. They be like, why is it like $5 to $10 cheaper to get the fucking, like, it's only $5 to $10 cheaper to get a 1 day? You know how I feel. Y'all always ask me for hot takes. That's mine. Actually, that's not true. Well, you guys always ask me for hot takes, and I have lukewarm takes at best. My takes are not very hot, so I think that's another lukewarm one. I think everyone feels the sting of the economy, but it's just not the economy. I'm sorry, fundamentally, Listen, a weekend badge should be overall cheaper per day. It should not be only $5 more, $5 to $10 more to upgrade to a weekend. Because then, what about people who can only do one day? It skeeves me out. It feels scammy. It is what it is. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. I did find a hot take, however, in my brain. But this is also directed at a very the local chip brand. I feel slightly slow. It could be, but my local chip brand, I need them better made chips. I'm telling you that. No one does it like them. I'm telling you, no one does it like them. Specifically the hot chips, like the ones in the bright red bag. They made an all dressed. This is actually news. Okay, so one of my favorite flavors of chips have all dressed. However, Ruffles used to make a really, really good all dressed. They don't distribute that much anymore. Canadians, you're spoiled. I'm not talking to you. You live in luxury because you have access to all dressed chips everywhere. We don't. Unless it's fucking Lay's. And Lay's is fucking all dressed chips are ass. They suck so bad. They're so fucking bad, guys. It's just like, it's, but Better Made has now officially made their own all dressed. We're winning, son. We're finally winning something. We're finally winning something. Oh my god. Oh, Aldi's. Aldi's all dressed are great. Yes, Aldi's is still. I tried the Better Made ones. They're very good. The Aldi ones are still better, but the Aldi ones are not consistently there. They're like a seasonal or an Aldi find, so you can't. I can't. Sorry, I had to put my water down. I didn't want it to spill all over everywhere. Now nobody can see Clue, but she's right here. Yeah, she's my little best friend. It was also Hint's birthday yesterday, so for y'all who enjoy my little creatures, happy belated birthday to Mr. Hint. He is now a big boy. He's been a big boy for a bit, but he looks like a kitten still. He always does in his face. He either looks like a kitten or a fully grown adult human man. There's really no one. He has like a face that's like weirdly monkey-like or maybe like human-like. And then there's when he's like, I'm a baby. He looks just like a kitten. Chester's hot popcorn to make a comeback. Hang on. We're gonna put this out into the. Done with your phone call. Thank you for belatedly beloving my son, Senna. I'm gonna put this fucking, those 5 big booms, but like instead of exploiting children to do this, I'm just gonna throb back and forth. But everyone gets the snack that they want in close proximity to each other. Please, 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 please. But that was a snack update. I don't even remember where I discovered it. It was like a random fucking Meijer. I was at Meijer and I was just like, I think I stopped off to get tortillas because I needed tortillas for dinner. On the way back from Lane's when we were having a craft night. And then I was at the little impulse section and I said, look at all these little bags here. I like to look, am I feeling a chip? I'll get the hot. And then an unidentified bag, a color I've never seen on a bag. And I was like, I have to. Jump immediately from topic to topic. Unfortunately, I really try. I kind of it is also having a conversation with me is a little sporadic and all over the place, but I can tell you what my secret is. You know how people you know how people think and then say what they're thinking? Skip the middleman. Just whatever you're thinking, just immediately say. That's what I do. So if it ever seems like in person I never shut up, that's kind of why. I don't really think about what I say, I just kind of say it. Definitely never has its drawbacks. Now, I'm gonna get back to my hot takes because I did get distracted. I finally have one that I know not everyone's gonna agree with. Okay. So, if this applies to you, trust and believe there is no hate in my heart. This is just a personal preference. If you need this to be for real for you, for any accommodation reasons, I'm speaking generally, not to you specifically. This is not a specific attack. This is, if you can't eat beans, it's okay. But I will say it this way. My my final cosplay hot take, because I don't have very many of them. I found one. And it can be any other comfortable shoe. I don't really care. At a con especially, save your feet. Though I'm going to be wearing my heels all day. But save your feet. But Crocs? I know I say that as a character that canonically wears Crocs, but even when a character canonically wears Crocs, I'm not wearing those bitches. They're ugly, and I'm so sick of pretending. Well, I don't really pretend they're cute. I'll tell people I don't like Crocs, but they're ugly, and no amount of propaganda will make me like them. I let out my most evil thought, gang. I hope this doesn't change how I feel about it, please. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that you think. Ooh, salted caramel cannoli dip with apples today. That sounds delicious. Thank you. I appreciate y'all just letting me just think out loud all the time. Um, it's not the Crocs rant. I'm not the only one. Illustrious drag queen Irene the Alien, who I love dearly, said the same thing. You're not gonna brainwash me to thinking Crocs are cute. They're ugly. And you know what isn't ugly? I'd rather see Monica, I don't know, random character, Monica with some fucking Jordans on, alright? But I know. I know. They're like my one hill I will not die on. I have my boo boo ass house shoe slides. I have flip flops. Actually, I have mostly like I have some sneakers. Oh my god, there's this one wig hair. I don't know where it's coming from. I found it. It's a Mackay hair, not a wig hair. Um, but I can't. There's something about them. I'm just like, get them away. They're ugly. I do rant about them. It is one of those things. It's like there's certain like topics that can really get me going. A croc, which is crazy because like I think a lot of my homies they do love Crocs. I don't listen. If you like a Croc, that's on you. I don't have that on my conscience though. That's on your conscience, not mine. But I don't know. Other hot takes. Oh, other hot takes is I do have one. There are a lot of people who expressed kind of very mean-spirited ways of things instead of just giving criticism in a way that like makes sense. Like for example, like when someone like will put a post up and it'll be like these are my issues or things I don't like and they're like very like targeted things is like or it's like something that's like okay well there are like I don't know there's some people who are like I only use this and this and this and it's like okay well that's a very like privileged take or privileged thing that you don't everyone's entitled to their opinion. I want that to be clear. People are allowed to say what they like and don't like, but you ever some of them are just like real mean as I just said what I did about Crocs. You ever hear the ones that are just like so mean? I'm like, Bestie, this isn't even good advice. I want to put myself down after reading this. Like, what am I supposed to do? Eh. It is what it is. Okay, Croc slides are different than the clogs. When I'm thinking of Crocs, I'm thinking of the clogs. So you might be spared. You might be spared from the wrath of God. Pointing at the chat, you're right there. You might be spared from the wrath of God. However, it is what it is. I just noticed like, or like some people will give like general advice. My general advice with cosplay is just start. It's like people will have this like list of things you need to have and it's like 45 things long. I'm like, if I ever saw that, I'd never get into the hobby. My best advice is just start. Pick a character that's within your wheelhouse and then a sky in the sky high project and keep one right there in the horizon that you're working towards and then find things that are more applicable. Actually, to be honest, glazing Chainsaw Man a little bit, it's for this, even though this was not Fujimoto's attention, it's very beginner friendly because a lot of the things people already have. And frankly, that's the best way to start. Start with what you have and just keep going. There's always this list of things you need. It's like, let's take a step back. Do you need them or do you obtain them with time? And often I found for me, I obtain them with time. And just like with skills and stuff like that, it's like do what's in your wheelhouse. If you feel comfortable, just push yourself past a little bit of what you're comfortable doing. So like a closet cosplay, or like a little bit of cosplay makeup, and maybe not a wig yet, but styling your own hair, or if you're bald, rock with your dome just out, I guess. Um, Finding characters that'll be easier for you to do or something like that, and just start there, and then just have a character in your mind that's like, oh, that'll be one day I'll really to do. But don't ever tell yourself that's like, oh, that I'll never make that happen, because you never know. And have audacity with it. Make that your fun project, and then just have like start with just some closet stuff. I think closet stuff is super fun. This shit is borderline closet. I got a white tee for this because I didn't have a white t-shirt, but like this stuff is comfortable. Okay, official. Hell yes. Hell yes. I gotta sneeze so bad, pimps. But it's not coming out. I can't hit my vape to help it force it out either because there's a baby in my lap. You can't see her. Maybe you can. Instagram can. YouTube and Twitch cannot. But I can't vape on the baby. I can't vape on the baby. She would be very sad. She's like asleep right now. But TLDR. I think the best way to get started is to just do it. And specifically, find something that's within your wheelhouse to do. And don't sleep on thrift options or secondhand options. If you in a estate sale, a thrift store, or yard sale, you might not find a complete cosplay, but you could find things you could put together and do little modifications. If sewing's really intimidating, you don't have a sewing machine, they're expensive, so you can only really do things that are like hand, or like there are plenty. Listen, do you know how many grandmas I watched do hand stitching on YouTube? Because middle-aged ladies and in moms and stuff like that, they have stuff to the brim. Every DIY garment you can think of. No sew double backflip barrel shotgun, please. You could probably find it. There's some housewife in Missouri that has probably done it. So, the world is your oyster. So my big pet peeve is not making it super accessible. Saying you have to get this and this and this and this. And that's not true. You don't need to do that. Like eventually I got a crimper. I didn't have a crimper when I first started cosplaying. I didn't have a lot of things when I first started cosplaying. Now I have a room in my place I live that is just completely cosplay stuff. Jesus. There you go. That's my little shout out. You know what? You know what's crazy though? I see a Jesus cosplayer at every convention I've ever been to. So you were ahead of the curve. You're really the trendsetter. You know what I'm saying? But that is what it is. Also, I might have to take medicine at some point if the pain starts to kick up again. So, just as a warning. I can't do anything about the nerve pain. Don't ask why. I'm scared. Bro is about to drop some lore. I was on a Jesus role-playing forum back in the day. I'll be like, I mean, that wouldn't even really be a jump scare. That's up to you. That's your personal life. And that could be for you. That's fine. Here's my pretty kitty. Yes. But aside from that, so if I ever like shift around, which I might have to soon, she's gonna be so mad. I gotta kick my leg out. I'm sorry, baby. And for those who just came in, I gave myself a little back owie. So, girl, don't be this mad. You're being team too much about this. Look how angry she is. She has such contempt in her heart. Isn't she so tiny? How are there so many thoughts in this little head? Yes. She's in between 6-7 pounds. She's six and change, or just below 7. So she's a small girl. Yeah, she has a big head though. I found out both my cats actually have big fucking heads. That's why they kind of look like little like gray aliens. But the vet tech, when they were taking Hint out to just do his physical, she was like, with the head this size, I thought you were gonna be a much larger cat. And then one day I was petting a cat, neighborhood cat that's like about Clue's size, and I noticed her head was like significantly smaller, and I was like, I think both my cats have big heads. And that's kind of probably, yeah, even you. Not as big as Hint's, but I fear that's also why They kind of look like gray aliens, especially this one. A fun fact about Clue is I'd cover your ears, but everyone needs to know of your sin. Everyone needs to know of your sin. A lot of times when she has to go take a dump, she's on two fucking legs. It looks like a gray little human is shitting in my house. I know. When is she gonna feed me? Cat, probably. She has already eaten, but she is full of greed. Not as much as her son, though. Your son is more greedy. Yes, he is. Oh, also big banger news for those people. Oh, she told me to fuck myself. It's because I move. She doesn't like when I move. Yeah, she'll poop on like two legs, maybe a third one on the edge of the box, but she'll like shit standing up on two legs. It's so crazy. Small paws though. Yes, her paws. She left. They're only like this big. She has really tiny paws. My cat is just full of gas. Kai little. I love Kai, but he's an old man dog, and everyone knows about old man dogs. They love to fart. Jesus Christ. But yeah, my creatures are full of malice, and she wants to leave the room because I'm talking shit right now. But she won't open the door, even if the door's already open. She'll just stare at it, and that's what she's currently doing. So her ass will stare at it until she gets not lazy enough, and she'll try to open it. For those Zenless people out there, I just want to say before I forget. Tonight, it's a legendary night, approximately around probably 11:30. Listen, China is in the future. They're like 12 hours ahead. So when it hits around their time of releasing it, it's already the 29th over there. Do you understand what this means? The new characters are dropping the 29th in China, which means in a couple hours they'll be available here. So then I'll get to roll for them. And I'm voting for Ramiel Dan. Rolling for her for sure. If I can, I would like to get Sigurd too, but Clairette is on the horizon, and I don't know when she's coming, but I need her. I need Clairette. She's so fucking cool. Listen, you guys don't even know what I'm talking about, potentially. And if you don't, you will see. You will see. Though I do with Remiel, only issue, I do prefer her goth baddie outfit. I do prefer her goth baddie outfit to her angel outfit, her white outfit. The black one. It's better. But I like them both. Okay, the hot one. Who's the hot one when it comes to Zenless? Do you want a short list? Actually, they're giving away S rank for free, and I'm definitely getting the hot one. I'm gonna get Jane because I didn't get her the first time around because I wasn't playing yet when she first ran. So Clarinette is likely 3.2. That's me pushing my glasses up. But no, you're right. She already has a 3D model, and I really hope they release Roxy with her. I'm wondering if Roxy's going to be her A rank, and Claret might be an S rank. We'll see. Though I would like if Roxy was also S rank, so. But who knows? So, the hot one, let's start. Let's go. We can go faction by faction, but Jane is the hot rat girl, and I'm going to get her for free because that's who I'm probably going to use my free S rank agent on. They have like a list of all the different ones I could pick. So she's on the horizon. However, the new one that came out, her name is Remiel. Her last name's fucking Dan. D-A-N. Just like some dude from The Office or whatever. Rat wife. Exactly. And she's like angel looking. I think she's technically a Thyran because Nangong is too, and she has wings. I don't know. The only thing I have seen is that she is potentially considered a Swan Thyran, potentially, because she has a black and white variant, and she's dance themed, and so like Swan Lake is what it is. There we go. But I'm really excited for that too. That's not why I was like, I'm gonna try to get through these 2 hours. It's not for gooning reasons. It's because my hip hurt real bad, besties. Actually, I was at a restaurant yesterday, and I was just like, I was seeing people who I haven't seen in a long time, so I was trying to be brave, but I had to like stick my leg out all funky. The update is live now, Alex. I'm going to. They always do it early. They always do it. I won't do it because it has my babies on it. My baby's butt. I'm gonna beat. Fa! Whose is running with Remiel, though? I think it's a character I already have. Or one I don't want. Sorry, Haramasa. When he comes back around, I don't want you. I want a lady. I don't want this dude. I don't want this fucking dude. Who is this fucking dude? Okay. Enough Zenless speak, because I know it's like very specific. This isn't Danganronpa we're talking about, which is always derailing our conversations. But you can stream it if you want. I can't stream Zenless. My computer would fart. My computer barely runs Zenless sometimes. I won't say barely runs Zenless. It runs Zenless fine, but I can't. I don't think now I could actually stream and play. And also I don't know how to do that with Instagram as well. So I won't do that to y'all. But no. Sorry, my nose itches. But yeah. So, and when it comes to, I just remembered ZZ, the fucking ZZ anniversary event. They give us so much shit, dude. Listen, I played Genshin for a time. Time to get Jane Doe is right. Time to get Jane Doe is correct. But I played Genshin for a bit. And can I be so real? I feel like we got boo-ass barely nothing on anniversary events. Zenless, it's like they're like, hey, do you want us to show up at the house and just rub you a little bit too while we're at it? It's like they drop like a fucking live stream and it's like, oh yeah, and we're gonna give you our firstborn child as well. Or even just, I appreciate them going and fixing all the old characters, make the old characters more playable with the new meta. I appreciate too. But they really just sit there and they're like, hey, what about Handy on the way out? What about a Handy on the way out? But alas, I will have to wait for, not just because the strange things she does to me. Oh my god, you only got Miku for Persona 5? Is that what that says? P5X. I'm fucking stupid. Or maybe I'm not wrong. Okay, hang on. Pause. is P5, what is P5X? I think of, is that, it's not P90X. That's that workout on the DVDs. The gacha. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid and dumb. That is dumb that you only get Miku. Love Miku. Love Miku. Love Miku. But like, because I there's not an unlimited supply of this fucking fake currency you could give out. Characters. You can give them all out if you want. They're pixels. They're pixels. They're pixels. They're fake money and pixels. You could just hand it out, you know? And yet, it's like it's fake. They can just give you as much as they want. It's not like it's going to create inflation. It's an anniversary event. It's fake. I mean, our money's technically fake if you really get to think, like, what value does it really have? But then you think of the stock market and housing and all this other bullshit. It's like, yeesh. You know? God. But, no, I can't be doing all that shit. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna have to keep adjusting. And this is gonna be my last time apologizing for it because it'll get tedious if I keep apologizing. It's not in my personality to do that at all, but it would be tedious if I keep apologizing for it. And look at you guys. My water with Hanamaru Obake. With my fucking... Me was born this way. How y'all feel about Smiling Friends? I really liked it. I don't know if it's actually coming back or not. I think it's done, right? It's done. People were making up some bullshit, but I believe it's completed. Until the creators want to do something with it. I know some people are mad, but it's like, they would say, we'd rather just work on something new, and then if we ever want to add more to it, we can. And I think that's a better way to approach it. Because you know what's worse? A series where you could tell they don't like it anymore, where it's just a cash grab, and they just keep pushing out episodes, and they're not fucking feeling it. Why don't you just let them move on to something else? I can't imagine you apologizing constantly. No. I actually am known to never apologize or say sorry. It's my modus operandi. It died! No, wait. I've been free. I'm free from the Pharaoh's curse. I'm free from. Oh, Clue's not my lap anymore, by the way. I'm not. I'm not vaping on the baby. We've broken the Pharaoh's curse! How y'all feel about ancient Egypt? How you resurrected? I just sucked really hard because it was kind of clogged. So what I do is I kind of, okay, I can't really replay it because there's no clog. But what I'll suck, then I'll stick my tongue on it and like pull to give it like a suck, like you know you do the like a siphon, but instead of siphoning it out and like you wait till the water gets closer and then take your mouth off and it squirts out, you like pull it past the point. You like have all that pressure build to your tongue. You keep sucking the air until it kind of hurts a little bit, your tip of your tongue, and then you pull it out and you yank it, and then pew, the clog comes out. And I mean, I've only gotten the clog in my mouth once, so like a Capri Sun, absolutely, just like a Capri Sun. Golly, yeah, just like Capri Sun. Do y'all remember Kool-Aid Jammers? I'm sure they still sell them, but they're like a Capri Sun, but they have a clear back where you could see the color. Was that like doing it for people? Was that like a selling point? Like cherry's gonna be red, you know? I'm gonna fucking cry. Well, thank you. I thank you. Do I have any tips? I'll make a scary face, so you'll be too afraid to look back. Wait, hang on. I'll do a jump scare, and you won't know when it's coming. Ah! There you go. Now you're too nervous. Now you're too nervous. Oh my god, Jesus Christ! But it's Jesus Christ foreshadowing, and reverse foreshadowing. What's reverse foreshadowing? A flashback? Oh yeah, yeah. Anyway, but I'm trying to think of I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, that's how I get it unclogged. This one is Sour Power. It tastes like sour gummy worms. It's very good. It is THC. This one is 3 grams, I think. But when I tell you guys, like, listen, y'all know I'm a fiend, but my tolerance is actually kind of low. Like, I got this weeks ago now, and like, see how it's like all still. I haven't even used that much of my vape. There's like one bubble in there. I could drink you like a Capri Sun. Damn. That's what it was. So, Kool-Aid Jammers. Very scary. And you never know when I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry. I would never actually do that, by the way. I would never go through, like, randomly. That's not 100% true. Sometimes, if you ever get those random urges to yell, like, it won't be, like, for a reason. You'll just be like, you'll be, like, walking with someone talking, or, like, it'll be real quiet or something. And then you're like, wouldn't it be cool if I just yelled right now? And I'm like, I'm really afraid of loud noises, so it's like, it's not that it would not be fun for me to do that. But also, it is something, it's a reminder that I have free will, I guess. But, what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, Kool-Aid Jammers. Was the fucking clear background a selling point? Oh no, let me take a guess. Is the cherry gonna be red? Is the grape gonna be purple? But then there is the weird blue flavor gonna be blue? I don't know. I think I'd like it wrapped up more. Like how a Capri Sun kind of feels like there's a mystery in there. You don't really know what's in. Like Kool-Aid Jammers. It's Kool-Aid. You guys are all like the same, like the colors on the outside of the package. You know. You know what always sends me, because I can't, when I take it out of the can, Ghost energy drinks, they're clear. So it'll be like blue raspberry. But if you pour it into a cup, It's clear, which is great or no, like whatever. Dye 57 up your butt. It's gonna give you hepatitis C in the future or some shit. It will not give you hepatitis C, but what's another? What is it? Something will be wrong with you. It'll give you like disrupt your thyroid or some shit. But I'm gonna be real. I think it would be the crazy amount of sugar I would eat would also disrupt my thyroid to get to the point where I'm consuming that much red dye. It's like a crazy amount or some shit. It's like, would you have to eat a brick of it? Brick and Morty? Brick and Morty? Brick, 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 brick. Protect the bricks. You know what I'm saying? Hey. See, exactly. I had to know what the, wait. I had to know what the color was. Makes sense. Because if you're, but I kind of, clear is also nicer for kids' drinks. I know kids like colored beverages, but if you really think about it, kids spill shit more than any other, maybe not the elderly, maybe depending, the other classification of people, children are spilling shit everywhere. You got out, you can get back in, girl. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Do the locomotion. Come on. You can do it. I think I have made my children too reliant on me. They always looked for me to do every little thing. Or Alex. But they have one of us do it. But it's extra money to make those plastics to see, so it probably was an attempt. You know what? You're right. I feel like the foil coating on Capri Sun is probably cheaper than just the plastic. I think you're right. So there was probably an investment made. So that was a very direct decision. Can I actually, since we're sharing hot takes tonight, that's just what we're fucking doing. Fuck Sunny D. Does anyone like that shit? Why does the shit like leave a residue in your mouth like milk did? Oh, is anyone running to the Sunny Delight store? Who? Watch everyone say, I like Sunny D. You liked it as a kid. But I feel like it's like, when I remember drinking it, I was just like, this shit ain't it. I'd rather just have, like, anything else. You did it, Clue. You did it. Yeah. She's making little happy chirps. Her voice is really quiet, but, She not fucking with Momonga. Who fucking with Momonga? I'm fucking with Momonga. V8 Splash. I had that. I didn't have those until I was an adult, and that is good, though. No, don't attack the backdrop. No, don't attack the backdrop. No. There's nothing back there. No. No. Come here. Sit on your place. She attacked the backdrop. No. See, you're gonna hurt yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Well, you guys, I have to fix my backdrop. Because guess who said, don't mess with the backdrop, and guess what she did? She messed with the backdrop. So just give me 1 second. So y'all gonna see the back of my legs. Yeah, look what you've done. My little creature. And you're being naughty today. It's okay. We're all naughty sometimes. No, girl. You're not gonna fight with me. This is about to be a boxing match. No, we're fighting, girl. I don't want you to get hurt. I know. Girl. And if you're about to run over there and fuck that shit up again, I'm charging rent. Do you guys see this? Y'all see how disrespectful she's being? Hey, ma'am. No. We're not doing that. Let's focus at the task at hand. Yeah. You're being very disrespectful. Tell the people how disrespectful you are. Tell them, my name is Clue. Yes. Are you slow blinking at the people? They're not going to take your side, Clue. You could try to butter them up all you want. But I control the narrative here, girl. Because I can speak English. And you speak meow. She wants to trash this. You trash my fucking. I'll trash your lights. I'll trash your set. What did Christian Bale say that one time? You trash my scene? How would you feel if I trashed your lights? Or whatever he said, because he's actually British or some shit. I don't know. What did he say? You know, Christian Bale went all fucking crazy. She is a rascal sometimes. It's because she's stubborn. She is very... Oh, actually leaning back is what I needed. Oh, my hip. Okay. Christian Bale. He's a great actor. I just remember one specific time. I think somebody like fucked up his scene, and he was real mad about it. But I'll be honest. Maybe. What if it's a scene you gotta like cry? Isn't that hard? It feels hard. You know what else feels hard? Y'all can feel that in yourself. I'm gonna lean back a bit, so I'm just gonna cover your eyes gently. Make it slightly brighter, just so I can lean back further. But Christian Bale. Christian Bale's a fantastic actor. Cat girl versus cat. You know what? Cat on cat activities. Ma'am, she's mad as hell at me now. She's not gonna talk to me for like a half an hour. You know what's crazy though? She will be mad as hell and then still. Oh, are you leaving the room? Oh, she mad, guys. I made her mad because I wouldn't let her. Well, earlier, because we set this up before, she was like wrapped up in it, and I thought she was in distress because she's like just like it's just like a little lump right here. And I said, "Is Clue like trapped in there?" So I like ran over real quick, and then I pulled it out, and she's just meow, making like chirping noises. Like she was like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "My bad." She was like irritated that I freed her from her prison. And then she put herself right back in the same position. I said, okay. So I know that's what she wants to do, but it just doesn't feel safe. So she could do it under my supervision. Because I can get her out of it. But I don't... She, like, wraps herself tightly in it. And she did it while I was doing my makeup and stuff. And she was just, like... And I was just, like... She kept doing it all the entire time. So I would just periodically come check on her. She just, like, sat there all, like... It's like she was womb maxing. Womb maxing? Wombing. And I was like, girl, now's not the time to relive your childhood. It feels unsafe. And also, like, it's not like we don't have fabric dangling in some places. Like, we have curtains. That's it. I'm gonna rock around and rip your fucking lights down in the middle of a scene. Then why are you walking right through like this in the back? Yes, in the background. Yes, that's what he did. And he has an accent, right? Or am I misremembering? Walk behind Bryce in the middle of the fucking scene. Give me a fucking answer. You know what? You know what? I need that as a copy pasta. Make sure to say sorry after the stream. I will say sorry to her. But I also don't know why she wants to actively... She actively wants to womb it out, you know? Oh, he does? Okay. I'm not losing my mind about Christian Bale having an accent. I will apologize to Clue, but Clue also likes to be dangerous. Wrapping herself in this shit. And I'm like, first of all, it's not secured to the wall. It's hung up by, the clothes pinchers. The little clips that hang up clothespins. They're hung up by that, so it's not really stable. And she got herself trapped, but she just wanted to be trapped. It's all very confusing and unsettling, as you can imagine. I feel like I'm at like therapy, and I could talk to you guys like about or something like my childhood. You know, it feels like you know when like they show like the one therapist, they're like, and how do you feel? And then they have someone laid back on the couch, just like, well, I don't know, doc. It's very that right now. Well, I could tell you, actually, my little Chainsaw Man pillow and my Momonga. I remember seeing someone clipped his Ran it turned into a song. You know what? Oh my god, look at me. Pimp Maxin. There we go. Hello, Jada Bunny. But actually, I love Momonga. I know, okay. There are Momonga haters and lovers. She is a very polarizing figure. So I get it if she's not your speed. But I do love her. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for sending me the link. Okay, hang on, hang on. I don't know why it didn't let you add. I will figure it out. Because my Instagram DMs low key been acting funky, but I will definitely be able to pull the link from it. Is this the Krusty Krab? No. This is Patrick. Do you need a lawyer? Is it there to talk to you like that? I do need a lawyer. Hang on. Welcome to the therapy. Oh, you guys YouTube can't see it, so let me try to. Oh, this is crazy for Instagram. Hang on. I can't lift my body's broken. I can't lift them all the way up. You know, that's kind of how I'm sitting. Sorry if you saw my foot. Actually, my foot's not naked. I have a sock on. But this is therapy session. What are we talking about? Tell me about your day. let me ease your mind. I feel like I'm really high up. I feel like I'm in a captain's chair, and I'm just like very Star Trek, serving Star Trek trade. I am not short, dog. I'm big. I'm huge. Actually, I want to tell you a little story. The person in question isn't in here, but I think it would be really funny to tell anyway. Time for knee surgery? Bet. I got it prepared. There was a mini game I had to play in elementary school, and one of the ones you can click on the website. Oh my god, the only issue about these sweatpants is they lint very much. Is you tore open the knee, pinned it back, and did like knee surgery. Did anyone have to play that game in elementary school for the computer lab, or is it just me? Instagram is getting told. Let's see. Well, it's weird. Instagram gets me. I'm kind of looking like I'm squatting, like what's the word I'm looking for, like the like a gopnik type of squat. I'm kind of serving that because of the angle, so it looks like I'm kind of squatting down like in a captain's chair. But yes, they much have this weird lower angle. YouTube is really top down because my setup is a webcam balancing on my phone. So because Instagram has a different aspect ratio. Yeah, have you ever had to play that game? Am I the only one that had to play that mini game? Oh my god. From all directions, they're telling me this is an atypical experience. Well, like it was pretty, like you had to take a scalpel, you picked it up, there was a line, and you had to like pull it and have it go down the line, and then you'd have to pull the tissue open and pin it. And one of the things I remember, and that's what my knee reminded me of, is you had to take this like yellow fluid and rub it around the area to like disinfect the area. It was like a surgery simulator, and I played it, I think I had to play it in like 3rd grade. Okay, and we're the same age. Why did my teacher have me play this? No one else has played the knee surgery game? I'm losing it, man. What do we mean? Hugo's House of Horrors and Oregon Trail. I played Oregon Trail, but nobody has played that. It's not like a mini game. It was like you didn't win. Like there weren't points, but it had you like step by step doing knee surgery. This isn't a universal experience. Yeah, I was talking about it in my... I'm so sorry, it came in at a weird time. This isn't on you. I don't remember. It was on an educational website. It had like a bunch of other games on it that were educational, but there was one specific one that you did knee surgery. It wasn't the only surgery game, but the knee surgery was the one we played in like 3rd or 4th grade. And Hofuki. Sorry, I didn't know this. I don't know anyone else who's play. I don't even know anybody from like in my third grade class. How do I ask them? How do I find these people? I need to find this game. It was probably, you think you found it? It was Flash, so I don't know if it was saved in the Great Wipe. No, it was free. It was on a website. You could just go onto a website. It wasn't. It didn't cost nothing. It was like a weird. It was also. There was another game that we played a lot, and it was like Lemonade Stand, but it wasn't on Cool Math Games. It was a Pickle Lab one, and I got that from a book. Like a little handout pamphlet thingy. With some instructions of a board game at school, and it had like this little pickle thing. If you don't know something about me, even ever since I was a little kid, when my favorite food was pickles, and it had Lemonade Stand, but you made your own pickles, kind of. I know a website where they had a bunch of surgery games that are cartoony. It might have been that. Wait, Alex, did you find what I was talking about? That's really in depth. It's like you pick up a scalpel, you do an incision, you pin back the skin. You have to do another incision like through the meat tissue, and you have to like get in there, and you have to use like a drill and shit, I think. Like Papa's Pizzeria for the meat. Exactly. Oh, type to learn and shit. Listen, we had to play that type to learn. Does anybody have the thing where they put them over your keyboard so you couldn't cheat? Hear me out. You're only cheating yourself. Because if you have to look at the key... You found it. Yes, Edheads! Are you back to... Oh no. Oh no, guys, it's round 2. Is she gonna fuck up the curtain? We'll find out. Hey, no. I said no. Girl, I said no. No, no. No. Guys, I think she's gonna go after it again. No, no, no. Hey. Asked you nicely. She's my biggest op right now. Oh no. Will you be content with just sitting next to it? Okay. How about I tuck you in? Would you be okay with that? Okay, hang on. This might work. Would you be okay with that? If I make you a little hut with it? It's safer? Okay, I think she's gonna choose the violent option. Now a neighbor is lighting off fireworks. Cicadas, right? We almost had very little fireworks, as we typically don't have a ton. It is 10 on a Tuesday. Weird. Hi, Annie. Hi, Annie. Are you good now? Okay, she might be good now. Are you up to something evil? I'm sorry, guys. I was so distracted by my child being fucking evil. But, you know what? I'm gonna be so... Hello, Alexis! I also want to be so evil when I say this. I fucking hate fireworks. I know people love them. I don't like them. I sound like I'm 75. They're loud. They're irritating. They stink. I'm afraid loud sounds, so I'm a little biased. They stink. They leave litter and debris everywhere because a lot of people do them at night. You know? Are you being good? Sorry, she probably got really jump scared. But, like, doesn't she look like she's about to do it as soon as I'm not paying attention? Do you know she's ableist? Okay, hang on. Hear me out. Loki clues a little ableist. So, you liked a baby? This is Clue. She is being bad, but only because... Where is she at? Wrong side. Where are you? Oh, she's just past purview. She's being a little mischievous because she loves the backdrop because she likes to throw herself in it and wrap herself up. But it's not. Sparklers, on the other hand. Sparklers are goated. I like a sparkler. But she just wants to attack the backdrop. And she's not super playful, so I want her to indulge her side. I just don't want her to get wrapped up into it hurt. Your street is ruined from all the debris from the 4th? I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And they don't like make anyone like who's responsible for cleaning all that shit up, really? Isn't she so cute? What you doing back there? You having a party? You having a pot? Oh, well, she's also chasing her tail now, so she's gonna have a fun time. But let me move a little bit so you guys can see her a little better. I'm gonna pose like this so you can see her. Oh, there she goes. I am so sorry. It's also like, how do I say this in a like a compassionate way? Like, listen, I understand the 4th or whatever, but anytime after, it's like, what the fuck are we celebrating? I mean, let's not get into 4th of July as a whole, as a concept of whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, it's the 28th of July. Hint's birthday was yesterday. There ain't nothing to be celebrating today. She literally is. Oh no. She's in a pounce position, so we'll see if she'll knock it down. My friend's dog has such... No, and that's not... Okay, and also, I think of all the... It's like the number one day where pets go missing, I think, or something like that. It's like one of the top days. Yes. And, like, vets. And then I think of people, like, who are, like, what's the word? People who, like, work really... Like, honestly, it's a smaller thing or whatever because it's temporary, but I think of, like, people who, like, have to go to bed really early. Like, I understand, like, you're gonna hear loud things, but, like, explosions at 11 p.m. Yes, for veterans. I also think of, like, also all the, like, wild animals and shit. Like, that shit must be terrifying, and I know, like, some of those little pieces can be toxic and shit like that, and they can get into it, and it's just not a set off... Yes. I'm also glad they didn't set off cannons. Our neighborhood generally, I don't think we've ever really heard really loud ones. It was like one random day we did, and it wasn't even on the 4th. And also, I'm gonna say this. And Clue, you want to hear this too. As she's going absolutely apeshit in the background. Your uncle drunk off his ass, Ted, or fucking Brandon or some shit, your cousin, who you hate fucking talking to, none of them will put on a good light show as actual professionals. So what you even looking at? What are you looking at? I know that shit looks like... Oh. Oh, we light off another one. Like, instead of a show that's, like, planned? I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, no, for real. Really? When the drugs arrive? That's not really subtle, but I will say that it is pretty swagged of them. She's just gonna... I think she's just chilling like that. See what I mean when I live with the cursed creatures? I'm gonna have to adjust myself one more time. I'm sorry. I know I said it probably wasn't gonna be much, but I'm just getting a little uncomfortable. But Thursday I should be back to normal. Wow. That was a lot, girl. How many people set trees on fire? Trees. Also, like, sometimes it's a bunch of drunk adults around, like, kids, too, and I'm just, like, my thought is always, like, they're the ones supposed to be monitoring anything. I know not everybody will be drunk, but, like, drunk people do handle that shit, and it's also, like, kids around that shit. I don't want kids around explosives. I don't want kids around explosives. It freaks me out. Get them drunk enough and you'll get a whole new kind of show. Not that... No, I am very much a puppy person. Despite the cat ears, I'm very much a puppy person. I have a big old dog. Oh my god. I need to see your corgi. I need to see your corgi. I really love... I'm gonna stay. Honestly, I love all animals, aside from, like, 2. I love all animals. And one of them, I'm just, like, kind of scared. They freak me out, so it's not quite the same. I don't have any contempt for them. There's only one animal I have contempt for, but and I don't fuck with leeches. They're the other one, but I don't like blame a leech. In isolations, they're fine. But like I'm so terrified of getting one on me that I just kind of like tweak out. I will pick up any bug. I will get them any home. I will pick anything. I'm not afraid of any animal, save for a leech. That shit actually tweaks me out. Boom booms. I had a bottle rocket go right by my head. Well, also, like, drunk people will go and do that shit and they'll be pointing it directly at someone and not even realize it. It's like, drunk, people, like, it's like a drunk person handling explosives, drunk people handling, like, firearms. It's like, drunk people don't touch anything. Sit down. Or I'll make you play a board game. Don't bring up the H word. I don't want to explain to people why I don't like horses. But I don't fuck with horses. Not in the same way I don't fuck with leeches. Me and horses, we got a lot of baggage. There's a lot of layers to me not enjoying horses. Unfortunately. Too many have flown in my face. No, that's fair. My one sister's not fond of chickens because one pecked her in the eye when she was a kid. Oh, specifically roosters. She's fine with like hens. God, that reminds me. Some dude in Florida kidnapped a bunch of people and made them play. Whoa! Pause. It made them play Yahtzee. Was the person that kidnapped them like 75? That's such an old person game. But I'm gonna be real. My dad fucks with Yahtzee. We should go on live together. That sounds really fun. I've always wanted to do collab stuff. I'm just really bad at arranging it. Okay, I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm gonna talk about... Your dog has a beef with horses? Well, me and your dog also. Listen, we got 3 people. 3 people. Sorry. I'm not gonna do too many Love Island-isms. But Corbin, he grew on me. Not because he's a good person. I don't know. I'm not gonna make those judgments. Not because I liked how he was moving in the villa. But the way he talked is immaculate. And now, that's like half the time I say something in my head, I just think of it like it was Corbin. Nope. Oh my god, yeah. A pelican would be terrifying to be... Because they're like, they could just pick up and eat a child, I think. They're pretty big. We gotta yap together. That's the thing. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. This sneeze will never happen. Oh my god, I got a little thingy. Thank you. But no, large birds, listen, especially because like birds have always been really good with me, but I do know a lot of people, like, when they're either territorial or broody or hungry, they act different. They're, and I think this is another thing is, like, I was very... Okay. Actually, let me get back in my therapy position. Because this feels like I'm going to go back to the past. And I think you guys need to be here for my experience and why I don't fuck with horses, really. Okay. Let me talk about the practical reasons I don't fuck with horses. And then I'm going to move on to my personal experience. Right? First and foremost, they're fucking weird. They literally... Okay. I'll summarize. I'm not going to go by every little tidbit. But they're kind of nasty. They just shit everywhere. I understand they're not alone in that department. But their shit is worse than any other creature that just shits everywhere. They sweat through their fur. Not through their nose. Like a dog does. Or like their paws or anything. Because they don't got any. They just sweat right through that motherfucker. And they're always running around doing stupid shit. Break their leg, they're done. I can't trust that kind of uncertainty. When you think of their physiology, their legs are just big fingers. Like, even cows and stuff like that have at least 2 toes. A horse has 1. I think that's kind of unacceptable. How can I trust that? If you think about it, how can I trust that? Second of all, their teeth are too human. Their teeth are too human. I don't fuck with that. They're weird, and I don't like them. They're too damn big, they stink, and they attract a lot of bugs. But I like bugs, so I'm not that mad. But biting flies, I don't fuck with. when I was a kid, we had a field trip to some bum ass little farm or some shit. I don't remember. I was in kindergarten, and I didn't fuck with my kindergarten teacher, Miss Bentley. Bet your ass is dead, bitch, because you were old when I was 5, and you were mean to me, and it left an impression on me. You said I shouldn't. When a kid told me I couldn't play Legos because I was a girl, that I should just go play dress up and act normal. I remember that, Miss Bentley. I hope you had to confess that at the pearly gates, or wherever you ended up. But anyway, we went to a farm, and there was like a line to pet this big ass horse, and I'm like, I'm not fucking with this big stinky thing, and I was like, I'll do it and get away with it. He was fine. I get up there, I go to pet him, and he starts freaking the fuck out. I said, no, I'm good. You're throwing a fit like that because you see a kindergartner? Grow up. That's insane. That's insane. I will talk to you later. You like my cinema pose? Thank you. I don't very much. It's like llamas. Interesting. Yes, horseflies. The big bird was terrifying. Also, is Big Bird an ostrich? They say he's a big bird, but I don't know what the fuck he is. What big bird is he? My only thing I wish I had was my mini screen, because then I could read the chat from my little mini screen. I don't know where I put that. Probably on my ass or some shit, but I'll find it. I will find it. I love spiders that I work in a warehouse, so there's lots of bugs, so many cute spiders. See, also, tell a horse to grow up as wild. But, I mean, I'm like, what? I'm 5 years old and you're a big-ass horse and you're gonna freak out over seeing me? Doesn't sound like I have the problem. I actually fuck with spiders a lot. We have a couple orb weavers that like to spin in our backyard. We haven't seen all of them, but I've seen a couple webs. But I haven't seen them yet. I know we usually see them like late summer into fall. So hopefully soon. Fortunately, there's 8 big birds from different countries that are all different birds. Are they related? Are they related? I feel like, could they be like cousins, or are they just all big birds? I'm kind of curious to know about this. I felt you hated that. They felt or they said, "Oh, this bitch don't fuck with me," and meanwhile I'm like giant lollipop little spinny hat. I need to feed this big ass spider that makes a web outside my house. Honestly, too, because I love having him around, because I fuck with the less mosquitoes. I'll have as many spiders, especially the big ol' orb weavers that hang around. I'm like, I'll have all of them. I like, sometimes they'll build it across the door, but they remake them every night. So I was just like, I don't always take them down. We'll like duck underneath them, but they'll like clean up that shit in the mid-morning. They'll be like, it's gone. I'm like, all right, word, queen, word. Oh no, the troublemaker's back. Hello, baby. This is the most, she has never really wanted to be on stream, and you just really want to be on today. That's cool. Come here. Oh. This is her apologizing to me for being a crackhead. That's okay. You don't gotta apologize. You're just a kitty. She's so silly. And she's my first kitty. Oh, okay. She says, you have to pet me. You have no choice. Aren't chickens and ostriches like closest genetically to dinosaurs? I've heard about the different big birds. Honestly, a chrysanthemum chicken. Pause. Birds are low-key, high-key dinosaurs, and I fuck with that a lot. Oh, I see now. I get watching the chicks tonight. Oh my god. For the first time, easy white chocolate. I don't want you to melt. I haven't seen that movie since I was like, I think I was like really young when I first saw White Chicks, and I don't know if I ever watched it again. But that movie is like, honestly, I remember a lot of scenes that had Terry Crews in it, so he was probably that diva. But I remember the Wayans brothers doing a really good, really fun and quotable movie. I do remember Your Mama's So Old, her breast milk is powder, and then did the whole, and then some of the white makeup poofed off, and it was really cool. I remember being like, "How do they do that?" And it's like, "Girl, it's just powder. You're just a kid, so you're easily amused. You're not easily impressed." Oh my god, a simple sleight of hand. Remember, kids think that's your real thumb. I'm ripping my thumb. Queen, smooth off. Wait, hand. Wait, maybe I'm stupid. Whatever, that one. You like line up and you're like, ooh. That one. That one. I want to learn card tricks. I'd love to learn to juggle. If there's anyone out there that knows how to juggle, I watched a tutorial. Be fucked if I. You have to like. You know? Gotta like. You gotta like roll it in your hand and toss it up simultaneously. I guess like once you get the hang of the motion, it probably wouldn't be that bad. And the rhythm. I'm assuming it's a rhythmic activity. She's purring. We just had to watch a scary movie the first time too. And now he wants to watch them all. No, that's awesome. Y'all going on a weigh-in marathon now. Honestly, you might as well. The whole cinematic universe. I did that once in high school. It was all Adam Sandler movies with some friends. We called it a Sandler-thon, and we just got through as many as we possibly could. Kai, you want to come in here? Come on, big baby. Oh, Mr. Vampire definitely won't push open the door. Kai, come on. You can come in. You don't have to tweak out. You don't want him in here? He wants to be in here so... Oh, no. He's changing his mind. He would rather go outside. The babies are so active. I swear to God, there's times where they just never want to see you guys, and then there's times where they all want to be... They all want to be part of it. Come on, buddy. Oh, Kai. Hell of a guy. He can't get on the couch or on the bed, so he's going to be... Oh, he's sniffing everything, though. You know what he's going to do? He's going to lay in here and fart, aren't you, buddy? Do you guys feel that boom? That's 115 pounds of love that just hit the floor. And then he exhales deeply. Oh, my little girl. Actually, this is kind of how I'm going to have to lay for a bit. The pain's just pretty intense right now. So true. Can't help it outright. Every one of them. Nice chatting late at night. Absolutely! And I'm going to give you a little heart emoji. I'm going to say is like, listen, it's kind of like, I'm going to be that guy. Sometimes I'm really bad at recommending stuff to people without giving a caveat. And it's one of those times as anything made before a different time, I'll be like, caveat, this was made in this year. So I don't remember, and I don't remember the last time I watched it, so if anything's crazy in it, I might not remember. Because I watched it when I was a little kid, or a younger person in general. And I was just like, and I just don't remember the bad shit in it. You know? Or if there was. Or if it was something crazy and you're like, damn, I don't even remember that being a plot of that movie. That's crazy. So sometimes I'm not the best at recommending stuff. I do like to watch media, though. I'll pretty much watch any movie. Pause. That's not true. I'll pretty much watch any movie for the most part. I do have preferences for different genres, though. I'll watch but I can't think of a genre that I won't really watch. Because I'll watch something that's more realistic, more fantasy. I'm touchy, I think, the most on, well, if it's non-franchise sci-fi, I'll like it. If it's this one where it's like the 50th reboot of the same concept, I do not want to fucking see it. I'm sorry, I'm over it. I'm a little bit of a diva. It's like, we don't need a reboot and re-exchange and that. That's not a genre of movies. But I am hesitant about sequels that took a very long time to make and reboots entirely. I kind of am just like, just make a good movie. If it's a good movie, I'll watch it. Like, and there's ones that are half decent that aren't that bad. Then I'm like, this isn't that bad. Did it need to be made? No. But is it horrible and offensive? Also no. And if you really like the stuff, sure, it works. I actually felt that the second the Beetlejuice wasn't even bad. It was fine. Um, I know that was kind of the consensus. It wasn't like huge and crazy. It was like, yeah, it was alright. It could have been worse because there's been a lot of flops. And he did not. He thought I was in here being quiet. Did you just deep sigh at me? Everyone got an attitude with me tonight. What is going on? Why is everyone my D1 hater? Why y'all hating tonight? Nope, he's changing positions. So if you heard him hit the floor again, he had to realign himself with the magnetic field, or I'm pretty sure that's what dogs do when they do that. I have to go. You have fun, and you have a very good night, and be safe as possible, and whatever your ventures are, and have a restful time while doing so. New horror. Yes, I have. Pains will go away. Thank you. I appreciate it. It'll be fine. I've had these flare-ups often. One time I got one from ice skating. I think that one was the worst because I had to crawl. I couldn't even walk it very well. But when I was really young, I think I was like 13. I think it was like 12 or 13. I think I was 13 though. I had a injury down my sciatic nerve that was pretty significant. And I had to like sleep on the floor for like 2 weeks. It sucked. But ever since then, I'll like randomly hurt it again. So it is what it is. A little boring at times, but interesting. Total. Oh yeah, that's like the biggest thing is like, you know what? If it's a fine enough movie, I'm not that mad at it. I get studios need a guarantee sell. It is what it is. Recent horror. I want to see that one. It's not called Hoobastank, but it's called something crazy like that. I wanted to see that. I know it's no longer in theaters, but I do want to see that. I don't know what it's called though. You have a good night, sleep soundly, and get a lot of plenty of rest. And hello, Marlo. It is so good to see you. Do you know what that one movie that came out, or it was like it started with an H. It was a horror movie, but it wasn't Hoobastank or homunculus, but it kind of gave that vibe. Do you guys remember? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or is this knee surgery game all over again? Hokum! That's it. Hokum. I haven't seen it, but the plot seemed interesting. Alex saw the back rooms. I did not. I was, I think, at the Dunes. The hotel one. I don't know. I don't know the hotel one either. I need to see more movies. I really, really did like Obsession, which is par for the course. It's a pretty good movie. I didn't see the Backrooms. Alex did. He said it was pretty good. I said even if the movie if the Backrooms was like just okay, like that's a really, really good intro direction. In general, he should be really proud of himself for directing a movie at such a young age and having it be so successful, and it being like critically even received mid is great. I mean, this is the first project going from like YouTube to just to a big movie without a lot of practice in between. That's so fucking impressive. I never want to, when I'm saying like, even if I would call it mid, I do not think that feat is mid, like as a direction. I don't think it's something that's, I don't think that's a, sorry guys. Okay, I'm okay. I'm good. Hokum. Yes. Oh, the one with Hugh Grant. Okay, Hugh Grant. I confused him for the other one. Not Hugh Grant. What's it? Dr. House is Hugh Laurie. Hugh Grant is the one that was in like Love Actually. I think. I don't remember. Sorry guys. It was just really painful. I'm good now. Sometimes it'll like have a shooting sensation. Shooting? Like the Fortnite move? No, I should be good. It stopped. It's kind of temporary. It's like a shooting pain. And also, we're just chilling. It also, I'll say it this way, whether or not I'm on stream or not, it's probably still gonna hurt. There's not much difference I would do and change it. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where I've been getting belligerently high. One of the days I just had to stay kind of, I wouldn't say belligerently high. I had to stay like decently high most of the day, and then I just, because ibuprofen and stuff doesn't work. It's nerve pain. It's not very effective. It helps like the muscle pain, and the muscle pain is pretty much almost all gone. It's just that little bit of nerve pain. It's just gonna linger because I irritated it, but it'll be gone within like. The worst one is when Kai got sprayed by the skunk right after I hurt myself. Hugh Grant, Heretic. That's another one. Heretic also looked really good. Man, I need to be watching movies again. Okay. I'm gonna be vulnerable with y'all. Everyone is doing shit outside. I swear to God, once it's streaming happens, my neighborhood quiet as hell. As soon as it's time, which mind you, at this point it's only been once a week, they're like, what if we throw bombs and scream and tear our car's ass open? They never do that really otherwise. Well, sometimes in the middle of the day you'll get like the uncles in their motorcycle or car playing some music. But or at the park. But like it's almost never in the fucking 10 something at night until I got a stream. You know what I mean? But I don't know, I don't know if y'all will trust my judgment on my taste in movies, but if y'all ever wanted a movie recommendation, I could try. If I like a movie. I like the movie Lighthouse. I know that's not a recent horror movie by any means. Would that come out in 2021? 22? Or was it earlier than that? I don't know when The Lighthouse came out. Well, anyway, I had to see that in a theater. That must have been like, there was like no place to see that movie. So we went to like a fucking one of these theaters and like, oh, I was about to just dox myself. Never mind. But we went to one of these theaters, but it still had like fucking uncomfy ass seats. It's one of those smaller theaters, and I'm like, God damn. 2019. I was like, it's either right before or right after the pandemic where things started opening up. So, thank you. Yes, 2019. I appreciate you. If I wasn't so far from my computer, I would have looked it up. But I'm being lazy. You guys are kind of pampering me tonight. Thank you. Thank you for the princess treatments. Thank you for the princess treatments. I liked Lighthouse a lot. But my favorite, I'm a little bit of an egghead. I cannot lie. I do like all the works I've seen of Eggers has been good. I really, really like The Witch, though. I think that has to be one of my favorite movies of all time. I loved it so, so, so much. Especially when, like, there's that whole, like, thing that, all the dialogue was taken from, like, historical documents to keep it as, like, in setting as possible. And I think there's just so much attention to detail. It was so good thematically. It, like, I love a period piece when it's executed well. Or it is fun. And when it's neither, well, what am I gonna do with it? You know? Lame. But I do fuck with the period piece. I cannot lie. And I specifically fuck with one that is as good as The Witch. So if you ever want a horror movie and you want it to be, I recommend that one. Is it like probably the most thrilling horror movie? It's a bit more, but it's like, it's cool though. I don't know. I'm gonna say The Witch. It's not a slasher, I should say. Slasher and horror feel different to me. Maybe it's a rectangle square type argument. Probably. Because it's always like, oh, you know, it was like that with, there's something I was talking about recently where it was like square and rectangle. Well, one is one, but one isn't the other. I don't remember. Maybe I'll remember one day. But today's not that day. I don't think there's a genre I don't like, but can we bring back a Western? I'm so sick of being Westernless society. I think we need one. I keep thinking this is a Clue's Tale, but it's mine. And also, now that just looks like, if you're on YouTube, it looks like my penis. We're gonna put that down. Looks like I have a little... It's weird because YouTube crops it to here, so it kind of looks like I have a little like weirdo thing in there. Let me move that. Yeah, YouTube gets my wideness, so I'm like this, and Instagram gets me like skinty. And there's no way I can fix the aspect ratios because it can't capture both at once. I'm gonna figure this out because I'm a professional in my brain. This would be super easy if I had my old phone could do this. However, the reason I have my new phone is because my old phone broke. So like, what good would that do? You know. Oh, while we're talking, next string when you guys cook with me, how would y'all feel about? I mean, you're not gonna eat it, but like just mentally put yourself in my position. Would you like me to make up some like chili noodles? Like chili oil noodles? I feel like that could be fun. Or something else. I feel like red chili noodles would be delicious. And well, I'll be the one eating it, I guess. I don't think you're gonna be like, y'all will be like, well, cool. I can't taste it anyway. So it is what it is. I read a book recently. It wasn't a good book. It's right over there. I'm not gonna even get it. It's not worth my time. I'm gonna be real. It pissed me the fuck off. And I knew it was gonna piss me off. I had a feeling. I didn't like the main character. The twist was mid. It was also corny and cheesy. And I could tell this motherfucker loves the sound of their own voice. And I also don't think it's the bit for the main character because all characters talk like that. Just really didn't like it. Depends on how deep cooking skills go. Chili noodles sound great. My cooking skills, I'm kind of okay. I don't do anything like crazy, but because I'm like a home cook. But like, I also, if I really like a meal, I'm going to what's the word? Does that say Tokyo Ghoul? Stop. It was not Tokyo Ghoul. It was not Tokyo Ghoul, but that's really, I'm gonna fucking cry. It's really funny because I also don't fuck with Tokyo Ghoul. You read my mind, twin, without even knowing. So, it's like a book. I know, me reading words with no pictures. Who am I? I also, from this angle, I look real short. I look real small. But it's called The Silent Patient. I know some of you out there have read it or have not read it, but it sucks. Do not read it. Thankfully, I didn't pay no money on this book, but one of my first things was it was in chapter 1. I said if I paid because I read the back of the book of how much it costs, and I said if I paid $27 for this fucking book, I'd be furious. Fuck that book. No, for real, Annie. For real. Fuck that book. Because okay, and that's just me being nice. If it is something you like and also something it was on your reading list, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'll say it from a spoiler-free view. It sucked, it booty stank, it had a weird vibe. Actually, speaking to a friend, there was one thing that stuck out to me was odd that I took note of, and then when I asked him about it, he was like, no, that's actually, like, really racially loaded in Europe to say. And I was like, it felt weird. It felt weird, so I wrote it down, but I didn't know, and I asked him because he lives in Germany, and he was like, oh, no, that's very loaded. And I was like, okay. It felt weird. And, I only paid $9 and I'm pissed. No, for real. I got it from the library. So, I didn't pay nothing, but my first thought was when I was reading the book, I was just like, if I paid almost $30 fucking dollars for this, I would burn down the bookstore I bought it from. Joking. Burn down the warehouse it was manufactured in. Also joking. And the publisher it was printed at. Also joking. Also the author's house. Also joking. And if they had a punk ass editor, I'm fighting them outside the club. Because why did you make me read that? Is it the... That's The Silent Patient. I cannot deal with it. I cannot deal with Silent Patient. I'm telling you. And I'm not trying to be a hater just to be a hater. I want to enjoy a book I'm reading. But I knew once this motherfucker would not let it go. Bro thought himself Sisyphus. Buddy, you have an unhealthy crush. Without spoiling anything. Brother, you need to just be locked up. Sisyphus does not want to be associated with you. I'll tell you that. Bro says, nah, I'm good. Bro said, I'ma push my rock. None of that. And it was just like, okay, so the one I'm thinking about, so there was like, I don't know exactly, but there was a comment made in the book about specifically a Turkish character and made her like really like super masculine and described her as like kind of like an ape. Not quite like that, but like kind of that vibe. And I read the quote to him and he's like, oh no, he's like, that's loaded because that's a common thing in Europe. And I said, ah, correct. And then he said, you know, because I said where the author was from. The author is also European. So he's like, yeah, that's not an accident. And it was also not an old book. It was written in 2019. They did have an editor. They did research. And they went to the location and watched. And you know what's crazy? Editor, researcher, on location, whatever. All these motherfuckers. Get this man away from these people. Get these man away from these people. Because it was crazy. I was just like, and then I asked him, and I was like, hey, what's this about? And they said, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I don't know the author. I don't remember the author's name, but The Silent Patient is huge. It was supposed to get a movie, but I think it's in creative limbo hell. So, it's also just not going to be received well. I just don't think it's going to be one of these ones that would even transfer into a movie well. At least to me. I think it sucks. But since Tokyo Ghoul was brought up, but I also had an issue with Tokyo Ghoul. But I know there's a few people who really like Tokyo Ghoul, so I'm gonna say a couple issues I have with it, and it's objectively just in story building. But I really don't like how things are set up to not have a payoff, but it like feels like it's gonna be the main purpose of a story. There's a few that I can get into that do that get me really fucking heated, but they're in still production, so I definitely don't want to spoil people on that. Of course. Like who failed because I have answers. You know what, Annie? That's 100% real. Who was it? The editor? Was it this whoever he researched with? What part of his fucking process did he get so fucked up that they're like, yeah, this shit it though? It's not. It's kind of insufferable. Actually, no. I think Theo, whatever. Fuck him. I don't even care of his name anymore. Main character. Fuck him. He sucks. One of the worst written characters I've ever read, and you have to be in his head. And I would say that's intentional, but he writes like every character almost speaks exactly like him unless they're specifically like Turkish or like what was it, Eastern European, like Slavic? And I was like, that feels weird. I want answers. But Tokyo Ghoul has that a little bit for me. They kind of set it up to like that there was supposed to be a balancing act between human and ghoul. And I feel like that's resolved so early, and it's like, well, if that's the main conceit, why should I be interested in Ken Kaneki at all? I'm not, he's boring. Okay, that was my other issue, but the worms told the truth. The worms told the truth. Would you guys still, wait, what if I was a wow. Would you guys like me if I was a Glover? Childish Gambino gets a pair of flashy gloves. Goes to raves. Will he be Glover? Fa! Will he? Wait, I'm gonna see if I can do. How do they do all that? Well, I guess it's also would be easier to see if I had fucking big old fingertips. Oh, wow. Thank you. Glover and de-Glover, and I just pull off my arm skin. Guys are really up for a show. I'm de-Glover. No glove, no love. If the glove doesn't fit, we must have quit. Uh, Other glove references. Is Michigan not a glove reference? Bro said, oh, pick a state to live in. Actually, it's reversed on YouTube. Pick a state to live in. Michigan's not truly shaped like just a mitten. It's shaped like you want someone to stop. Stop. Knock it off. Oh, I don't want to see that. Geography. That's how I personally feel about it. Dumbass movies never coming out, huh? I don't think so. I also think. Did you hear though that Tokyo Ghoul allegedly is getting a remake of its second season? I don't know if they're starting over from the first season, but I think they're just doing the second one. Or is it? I know Promise Neverland's another one that might get slated for that. I think it was reversed. I'm stupid. It was Promise Neverland. Or was it? I don't remember. One of those two. I'm gonna let you guys pick which one and then run with it. Y'all can pick whichever one. Yeah, I think it's weird, but I also think I know people really hated the second season of both of those series, and that it wasn't reflective of the manga. The only time I've ever seen that happen is with Full Metal Alchemist, but they just redid the series. I think at this point it's been so long, but it's a lot of money. I do understand. Like, it's not just like simply pick up the title, but it would sell. I think it's safe, especially when you're in reboot heaven and stuff like that everywhere else. Like a genuine remake of something that was done poorly at first. But then again, could that be done properly? It could be done better, a lot better. So instead, how do I say this? Bring back monster fucker animes instead. More of them. Though, if you're a Yuri enjoyer, there's been a couple that have hit the towers, I should say. The vampire one, the mermaid ones. I think there's ghost ones too. Oh no, zombie. There was a zombie girl one recently too. Yaoi and Yuri are hitting it, but we need some more, like, just in general. Also more monster girls in general, and not just, like, no offense, not just cat girls. Not just cat girls. Now, Promise Neverland manga had a hard fall off. I heard that too. I've heard that too. You told me, so I have heard it. But I've heard that too. You know I'm serving too? I'm serving Seth from, kind of half Seth, because his ears are also gray tip. From Zenless Zone Zero, though Seth is also not a character I particularly like very much. He's fine. He's okay. He's a cat boy though. If you like cat boys, he's a good one. He's fine. I don't hate him or anything. It sounds like I do. It sounds like I'm being coy, but I swear. I don't think there's any Zenless character I hate. Aside from, like, characters that are, like, in the game who you're supposed to hate. Fuck Perlman. He sucks. But, like, he's a greedy CEO that says, old people and disabled people? They don't need accommodated living. Not when I can make money where my building is. I don't think it's Tokyo Ghoul, though. I think it was Promise Neverland. Is that the one with the kids with the neck tats? That does look pretty hard, though. If I saw an 8-year-old with, like, a neck tattoo, I'd be like, what are they doing? I know they don't have a neck tattoo for good reasons, but, like, they did choose a font that makes them look kind of tough. I cannot lie. Akame Got Kill redo. You know what? They should. They're redoing other shit that don't deserve it. You know who they better not make a second season of? Do not dig up some of these. I'm talking about... Oh, and they're done with, what was that? The one, ice skating one. They're just not doing that one at all. Yuri on Ice. But they'll make more seasons of Jujutsu Kaisen. But won't make fucking... And ain't nobody ready for my Jujutsu Kaisen opinions. Ain't nobody ready. Because... the shit I'm gonna complain about hasn't really came out yet. Y'all are still in the prime time. The majority of the story is yet to happen. Majority of my time wasted. Who said that? That's the thing. The first arc and stuff was great. I believe you. But there's a lot of things that are like, oh, and you know who would should. I'm gonna say this. They need to stop adapting this manga because they keep fucking it up. And it's not even like the fault of like the mangaka. It's the fault of like animation specifically. They were redoing Blue Exorcist, but they made the art style so fucking ugly, and it's like, why are you doing that? It doesn't look like that in the manga. And also, the manga is much better than the initial attempt at the anime. I understand it was still coming out, but they didn't even do like a good job like they did with FMA in comparison. Like the original Full Metal Alchemist is not without its problems. Versus like, sorry, I'm like I look really angry, but like Brotherhood is an improvement, but that's because it is written by with the intention at hand, and like she knew how she was going to end it and stuff like that, and the producers and story writers didn't fully, and it's like one of those things is it just wouldn't have worked. I understand that, but it also they said we ran out of anime, so we're just going to race to an end real quick. And obviously, like Blue Exorcist is not the high level like Full Metal Alchemist is written, but they could have done a lot more with it story wise, especially when things were set up story wise in Blue Exorcist for you. It did have like a plot it was continuing, and y'all just raced to the ultimate encounter. It's crazy. It's like, oh yeah, these characters we just introduced, well, we're gonna have to make them very important really quickly. My mind stood still in 2021. I've only seen Jesus season 1. Lost in Paradise, honestly, you want to know some of my hot takes? Since we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm gonna rapid fire a couple. One, Lost in Paradise is absolutely phenomenal outro. They should have never changed it to that slow bullshit. I understand. Oh, it's for a different vibe. It's for a different vibe. JoJo play fucking part 5. Someone just gets slimed out, and we're still hearing bump and grind. I'm still here. Freaking you is all I need. When fucking someone just got slimed, okay? You can let Lost in Paradise play longer. And that's how I feel. And if you don't like it, you don't have to fuck with it. I'm just saying they should have never took Lost in Paradise off and put that slow pee soft bullshit. Fuck that. Second of all. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys what I call Gege Akutami. I call him Gege Hakutami because he's a fucking hack. Bro can't write. You know what? After Shibuya, it's not worth it. They've fixed, like, at least reading it was ass. Cullen Game arc is ass. Everything post Shibuya. Maki's mini arc was okay. A couple little mini fights in the Cullen arc are interesting. The rest is all fucking ass, save for one chapter that I will watch that episode when it comes out, or the 2 episodes when they come out. I'll watch them, and that's it. Because the bulk of the show hasn't even happened yet at the end of Shibuya. You got another several seasons, and I read it, all of it, against my better judgment. The anticipation for something that happened turned into slow boiling resentment. And then I just had to see it through to the end. And I did. And I remember saying, wow, that was truly the Kaizen we Jujutsu'd all along, huh? But I'm evil and I'm very picky, especially with action. I feel like all you gotta do is make it entertaining and not drag on for too long. And if you're gonna drag it on for too long, you better have the plot to back it up. And if you don't have that, axe it. Make it end. And so many times they are just reach for that milk. They reach for that easy money tit. And then they just run their own series into the ground when it could have been a short, sweet story that would have been interesting. And they run their stories into the ground, and then you end up resenting things you even liked about it. It sucks. But it is what it is. I'm not the one milking things for money. They are. It's on their conscience, not mine. I'll watch this and I'll be like... And I'm not just trying to, like... That's why I don't glaze any... I try not to... It's like a meet your heroes type of thing. I never try to get too worked up about each and any individual creative. Because at the end of the day, they're just a person. And a person can fuck up and a person can do wrong. So when it comes to shit like that... And then... there's going to be a time where you're going to be over it. And once if you're going to become over it, then you're going to be disenfranchised with the whole thing. If we just wrote more concise stories that have definitive ends, I think a lot of people will write a concept, they have a concept, but they have no idea how their story's going to end. And I think if you start a story without knowing how it's it's going to end, you're kind of doomed to fail. Or you got to be really good at winging it, and not everyone is very good at winging it. In my opinion. It is after 11 though, pimps, and I am not going to front when I'm telling y'all I'm in a great deal of pain. So thank you for this much more boring stream than we normally do. Sorry I was a little bit more energy. Oh, that's kind of hideous that I'm the same color as the pink backdrop. I'll figure that. Oh, I'm not on Instagram. YouTube, they fuck with my lighting settings. I gotta figure that out. They distort my lighting. Instagram, I look fine. And that's how the lighting looked. Sorry, that's the last thing. I'll figure out the lighting on YouTube. They like change something. Because they're the only ones that look like that. Instagram and Twitch look fine. YouTube makes it like weirdly blown out. Because I also look really white on YouTube. And I look normal everywhere else. Ooh, hello. I guess I'm like literally my hair is white and stuff like that. That could be affecting the white balance. Pause. A lot of these issues could be my fault. They probably all are. But I hope you guys had a great time. I'm sorry it was a little boring and chill this time, even though Clue kept us very entertained, and she got herself all tired. But I will have I'm going to probably play some Zenless, and prop my leg up in a really unnatural way, and hope the pain stops. And I will see y'all later. I'm sorry for those of you who just came in. I'm ending the live because I'm kind of in a lot of pain. And it's 11. But remember, Thursday, 9/11, 9 Eastern Standard Time to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Same as it was today. Same bat time, same bat channel. But we're also gonna, we're gonna be cooking. If I'm all better, which I should be, we will be cooking. So it'll be a cooking stream, and I'm really excited. Because y'all know I like to cook. So I will enjoy the new characters. I better get it. And good night, Pookies. I hope you have a lovely evening. I'll get you that mwah, you know? Little kissy kissy. And then I say done. Oh, guess what? I'm still streaming on YouTube and Twitch. And I want to say thank you guys over here. Because I have a different way to end the stream here. So, and I can't find my mouse. So I hope you guys have a great night. I love you dearly.